This is the beginning of our whirlwind adventure. This is the first video that I'm going to do about our move to Costa Rica and about our decision to go to Costa Rica. Today's video is about how it all came to be in the last couple of weeks, that it went from a plan to a reality. So let's begin. I had a business for 8 years and it was called Eye Candy Beauty, and I did nails and hair. This is my studio behind me. And we decided that we were going to put our house up for sale because the economy in the last year and a half has been really hard, being that it is 2016 and 17. And we actually live up in the oil patch. And it's really hit hard, of course, all across the world, as everybody knows. So because of that, houses are staying on the market for anywhere from 6 to 8 months in our area. So we decided to put our house up for sale now, thinking that we would take 6 months for it to sell. The reason why we wanted to put it up in the spring is because it's easier to show a home in the summer. It's easier to clean a home in the summer. It's easier to sell your possessions and pare down a home in the summer. So that's why we decided to put our house up for sale in the spring, thinking that it would take about 6 months to sell. So we decided that if we put the house on the market now, then we would maybe move by November, and we would move into town and get a rental for the rest of the year until my husband got a 2 and 2, because he really wants to work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, so that he can still come up to Canada, have a really good job, work his, essentially 40 hours a work week, but condensed into 2 weeks of work. And then he would fly to Costa Rica and basically have a vacation with our family every month for anywhere from 11 to 13 days, depending on his travel days. So we decided that we were finally going to go through with this plan, and he was actively looking for this 2 and 2 that he wants. We thought, well, let's just get the house on the market and get going. So we were going to put it up, and we met with our realtor, who's amazing. She actually was a client of mine, and we told her our intentions. And within a week, because we were going to do a couple of renovations before we put up online, and within a week, she actually called us before we were ready to go, and she said, I have the people for you. They have a great big long list. They have a great big long list of things that they require in a home, which is very extensive, and you have a home that has all these things. I have the buyer for you, and I know you're not ready to go online just yet, but they need to see it tomorrow. So she came over to get keys, and she ended up coming in and helping us stage, which we were doing a really good job, but like I said, we hadn't got to everything. So within a couple of days, our house was sold. And so when she came over to sign the paperwork with us for sale, we were also just putting it on the market. Yeah, it was sold before it was put on, so we had to wait for the conditions to come off, which took about a week and a half. And it surprised everybody in the neighborhood. I mean, not only did we sell, put it up for sale, we sold, and then within that week, we started selling all of our possessions. So let me tell you, selling all your possessions, what a crazy thing. So how we got to there is we sold faster than we thought. So we thought, okay, now that it's sold, we're going to be homeless in a month. So we need to find a place to live. So we looked at the rental market, and we're looking at the rent, and the rent obviously is more than mortgage. I get that people need to cover their mortgage, therefore that's why they have the rent at a certain price. But the rental market was still pretty high, especially considering what we were paying for our mortgage, because we've been really, really careful with our money. So we were looking at the rental market, and because our house sold so quickly, we have our condo in Costa Rica is basically open for the summer. And I had already blocked off a huge block of time off for our family to go and enjoy our condo. So that was part of the reason. But it's also low season, so it does rent, but it usually rents last minute at that time of year. So we decided, Darren, my husband, God love him, he was looking at the rental market here in town, And he said, you know, screw this. Like, why are we doing this? If the condo is open, why don't you just go down there at least for the summer and try it out? And you know, I'm going to be there anyways for a month. It's not like it's going to be a big deal. And then if we like it, just stay there. Let's do it. Let's just go. Let's try this out. So all of a sudden, instead of renting for a year and telling all my clients that, don't worry, I've got you covered, I'll just do it in a rental for the next year, I'm now shutting down my business in the next 3 weeks, and I am going through the house, of course, with the help of my husband and my children, and we are literally selling everything. It's insane. There's been a lot of emotion over it, of course. And so we're treating this like we are moving. We don't want to come back to a bunch of stuff. We are going to put anything that we still have here into storage. Thank goodness we have that option, which is fantastic. We're going to get a C-can and put it on a property of some people we know, and they're really cool with us leaving it there for anywhere from 5 to 10 years, which is awesome. Now that said, we still haven't decided if we're going to be taking stuff down to Costa Rica. We're actually waiting on a quote from a shipping company. Hopefully that'll be in today. And if the quote isn't too bad, then it might make sense for us to take some stuff down, because we just bought brand new furniture 3 months ago. So we are looking at a loss of, you know, several $1,000s on used furniture that is brand new. But so we might put that into storage, we might take it to Costa Rica, or we might just suck it up, buttercup, and sell it for the loss and cry a little bit. So it's been very emotional, but very exciting so far. So this is our very first sort of vlog on our journey. And like I said, it's still in the old salon that I won't be in 3 weeks. So I will keep you posted.